Okay, well, here's a hot new job opportunity because you're stuck at home. You can make $22 an hour being stuck at home and helping solve the coronavirus problem. That's right. It's called contact tracing. And this is a new hot thing. See, states race to start coronavirus contact tracing. A monumental task ahead. This is what we got to do now, and we're going to be hiring hundreds of thousands of people. There was another radio story today about that. It's anywhere from 100,000 people to 300,000 people that'll be working at home, contacting people who got the virus so we could know who else they contacted and call them up to get them checked. And this is how this thing is going to stop. And we haven't spent hardly any time on that. I think that Seattle did. Massachusetts is starting to do it. And here's all because of a report that came out of Johns Hopkins. This is information about the report, but from Johns Hopkins Magazine, that they did a big study. Now, Johns Hopkins is the source of all the virus data. When you see the data come out every day, it comes from Johns Hopkins people. So there's, pretty up on all this. And they're saying that this is where we have to go. And we haven't spent any time or money on this yet in contact tracing, like skip tracing when people don't pay their car payments. Well, it's the same kind of thing, but it's a nice thing. You're not a bad guy. You're a good guy. And trying to solve problems in our country. See, it says we need an army hiring of coronavirus trackers to seen as the key to curbing the disease spread. So that means you could be home, and not just watching Netflix all day, but have a great job on the internet doing this stuff. That's what you should know about it. Now, here in the NPR radio article, they talked about this association. And this is what you want to know, because to find one of these jobs, you want to be ahead of it. You don't want to wait till they advertise. You want to get to these places that are going to hire the people. So you're there ahead of time, right? So it's sort of like belonging to the country club and knowing they're going to place an ad tomorrow. So you want to be there. You don't want to know when the ad is. Now, just thinking for the Small Business Administration, you could apply before everybody else knew about it, right? So when everybody else knows about it, what happens? They crash the SBA computers. But if you knew about it before, you would be in there and applying. So this is now here's the website, naccho.org. naccho.org. And these are the city and county health departments all around the country. And they have a map there. You could find it. So you could put on your state, wherever you live in North Dakota. Okay. It shows you, where they are in North Dakota and all the contact information there. So you contact them and say, hey, are you going to be hiring, these contact people, contact tracing people? And that's the way to do it. You're ahead of the curve. You find out about the job before it's even written up, because they don't want to even advertise. If you call up and want it and they make a match, that's better for them. So they don't have to go through a whole stack of resumes because you're there first. Okay. So here they're talking about doing that in Ohio and Kentucky. Wrapping those things up. Now here's a description of a job, contact tracer, and it says, okay, contact tracing is the tracking down of infected people through the phone. There is no in-person contact, and then finding everyone who has been near them, and then encouraging them to self-isolate at home. So that's what it is. So you do it from home, and it depends. Maybe some people have it different. Some are it's going to be different in everybody who's doing this. But here now, this one is for $17 an hour to $22 an hour. And it says, you have to have a PC, a Mac, or whatever, and a headset is required. They said, so you got to spend $50 on a headset, maybe, or maybe they pay for it. I don't know, but that's a sample of Here's another one in Tennessee. Oh, this is St. Louis is hiring. See, and they say, okay, the aim of the contact team is to interview persons, et cetera, et cetera. The duties: follow the scripts, policies, and procedures provided by them. Call and communicate in a professional and empathetic manner with household and non-household noise contacts patients. What is the house? No, I'm not reading it right, I guess. Provide contact as applicable with approved information by St. Louis County. Inform citizens of the importance of the quarantine. Stuff like that. Candidates must be, okay, here. Requirements. Candidates must be at least 18 years of age and possess a high school diploma or GED. Wow. Use of a personal telephone, personal computer, and other personal electronic equipment is required. Okay, so that means you got to be 18 and have a high school diploma or a GED, and you're off to the races. See, and that's why this is, where else are you going to make this kind of money with just a high school diploma? Well, that's the kind of money people are making with college degrees too. So that's the help that's out there. And that's an opportunity, an income opportunity for home. So that's right. If you're blockaded at home because of all the shutdown, God, well, here you can make $22 an hour. You have to be home anyway, right? Why not? That's what I'm always trying to do, really, at Let's Go Help, is show people about alternative sources of money they don't know about. And this is a way to money. Sure, there's grants and all this stuff, but if you give them an income, yeah, sure. And who knows how many months it be. So it's an opportunity now.